Welcome to another Jamie Tries video, and this time I shall be trying a selection of items that were around in my childhood but I never got to try. This was a very difficult video to prep for because I realised as I was looking around the shop that I'd tried quite a lot of things that were really popular in my childhood, so I feel very lucky for that. But there are a few things which escaped my notice back in the day, and one of those is Tizer, which, yeah, I did a video a while back on iron brew and someone said you should try Tizer next. So here I am on my channel trying Tizer for the first time. Right, let's tip that in. Probably putting way too much in here at once. Ooh, that's pleasing. Bit of fizzy ASMR. I'm not even sure I know what this flavour is supposed to be. So yeah, it's an odd colour, sort of an orangey reddy colour, very similar to iron brew. Yeah, it's strange that. Still so much carbonation in there. And I think I could smell orange. And I can also smell bubbles. I'm not sure whether that is normal. I'm slightly confused by that, because that's either an orangey-ady type thing, or it is more of a cherry-ade. I'm getting cherry in there, and I'm not sure whether that is just me or whether that's what it actually is. I haven't looked at any of the ingredients beforehand. I just thought I'll taste it and see. It might just be a fruity pop. I'm sorry, I'm going to see if I can do this, but that's really pleasing to me. Look at the bubbles, the carbonation. Ooh, I'm inside it, look. It's like some kind of 90s pop video. How appropriate. You want some as well? Okay. It's like some kind of 90s pop video. That's really weird. Do you ever get that thing where every aid kind of tastes the same? Because it just tastes like carbonation. It's just carbonated water with a slight flavouring in it. But maybe I'm used to, when we used to just buy the in the UK, you've got this thing, I'm not sure whether it's the same around the globe or not. If you've got like lemonade, and it's nothing more than just carbonated water with a slight bit, it's basically chemical aid, essentially. It doesn't taste like lemonade, it just tastes like carbonated water. And I guess that's the vibe. I'm more interested in the fizzy, if I'm honest with you, with the sound of the fizzy. Oh, that's nice. It's like that popping candy that you used to get. I actually think I prefer the iron brew to that because it had a bit more of a distinctive taste. I'm not sure what I can taste overall there. Have you tried Tizer before, and what did you make of it? Let me know in the comments below. So the next item that I'm trying that I haven't tried before, and if I'm honest with you, this type of food I wasn't really that bothered about. I was more of an ice cream person, but even then it was like once a year at the seaside. Other than that, no interest in lollies or anything. On good authority, I've heard that Calippo Minis, as these are, were something of a childhood favourite for a few people out there in the world. I don't remember these whatsoever. I remember the brand. I remember this brand, the heart logo. Don't they make sausages too? Or am I just barking up the wrong tree there? See, that shows you where my palate is. I don't really do like sweet treats and lollies and just sound like a Grinch, don't they? Let's have a go. I feel like I did see back in the day people would have these. Are these different flavours, or are these literally just... So what have we got here? What have we got here? So, does it have a flavour on it, or is it just yellow? Are these different colours? No, I'm not getting any. They're literally all yellow. So, is that the same? Is that the same flavour, or is it a surprise? Perhaps. No. If I look at the box carefully, there's quite clearly a green and an orange one. So, yeah, it says with fruit juice, and it's also gluten-free. Well, I didn't think they were going to put pastry on it. And yes, I realise that that is not entirely what gluten is, because most of the time I have a gluten-free diet. So, do I open two at once and see what colour they are? No, I think I'm going to just open one, because this is really cold. This is the one reason why I don't like these things, is because it's just cold on my hands. I need some gloves. Ice cream gloves. Is that a thing? Well, that's the other thing. I can't peel the beeping thing off either. Right. Let's... Oh, that's an orange one. I will just be trying one flavour. Oh, so you push it up like that. Wow, that's almost phallic. Oh dear. Oh, what? It seems to be this. It's like it's got a little head on it. Look, it's got like an encasing, and then there's like a little bobble in the middle. How odd. Oh, that's a really sharp orange flavour, isn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's really sweet, really sharp, and I probably would have loved it as a kid, if I'm honest with you. I think we all would. But yeah, that's a lot sweeter than I would normally have. I do think they should at least tell you what the flavour is on the actual packet. Like, that would be really handy, because, you know, what if you are more of a, I'm going to guess, well, yeah, lime. I'm not going to guess. It says on the packet, lime. Why does it have to be so secretive? They're like, well, most people want the orange ones, so... Now, wait a minute. Say a stupid thing, look. They do have a way of showing a difference. My wife just pointed it out to me. And I'm sure you were shouting at the screen as well, weren't you? Yes, well, like I say, I don't do this very often. I don't have these. I cannot hold those. That is so uncomfortable. So cold. How do you warm up your hands after that? Rub it on your trousers, I guess. So let's try the green one. Oh, now. That's more my speed. Yep. Not nearly so sharp as the orange flavour. Not nearly so sharp. That is much more comfortable than the previous one. I think, though, when you're a kid, you would prefer the orange one over this one, because that one has got that sweetness that you crave as a child, that as you get older, you do start to fall away from that, I think. Certainly, if I have too much sugar now, I just feel sick after a while. I can't deal with it. Whereas I remember a time when you just eat like packet after packet, especially at Christmas, like celebrations and things like that. Have you tried these before? And what did you make of them? Let me know in the comments below. Lastly, I'm going to try something which I hadn't heard of until earlier today when I went to the shop and thought, well, that's interesting. And it says that this company have been making it since 1850, so it's got to be in somebody's childhood somewhere in the UK. These are Yorkshire Mixtures, finest quality, from Joseph Dobson and Sons Limited. Have you heard of these before? This is completely new to me. Obviously, I've had a boiled sweet before, but I am wondering whether this is a regional variant. Were they just in one region for a while? Or is it literally just like a branding thing? Maybe it's where the factory is? Yeah, West Yorkshire. Nice one. So in there we've got an assortment of fruit, aniseed and peppermint flavoured sweets. Right, let's see if we can do this. Nope, turns out I can't. Right. Whew. Right, there we are. That's a selection of coloured boiled sweets. Now I'm assuming that these are going to be all different flavours. Look, that one looks like a lemon. I think this is going to take some time because obviously, unlike gummy sweets, they don't sort of dissolve quickly. So that was like a lemony flavour. I wonder what this is. Interesting. Red and yellow sweet. How do you eat boiled sweets? I mean, do you... That's not a question on, you know, your choice. I'm not questioning your choice. How do you eat boiled sweets? It's like... No. More like... Do you suck them? Do you chew them? Do you attempt to chew them, is what I should say. No, you don't attempt to chew them. I've just learnt that lesson nearly the hard way. I think that's rhubarb and custard. That one. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? The colours on here. I'll spitting that one out. That's really good. I'm sorry, I feel like about 10 minutes have passed by for me, and I've only tried 2 of the flavours in here because there's just so many. Just so many of them. And I don't know which to try next because look, it's so colourful. It's so cute. I like it. These are honestly just too cool. I've only had 2 flavours and yet I want these for the next, you know, 12 months. Can you keep a boiled sweet for a long period of time? How long before they just disintegrate? Because you've got that sugary layer, but then you just get like the boiledness underneath, that soft bit. And then you can just suck on that for hours. There's like 18 different varieties in here. And I don't want to bore you because this is likely to be longer than any of the other taste tests. I just don't know which one to try next. That's licorice flavour. And believe it or not, I love licorice. I think that's great. But in this, when you've got like rhubarb and custard and lemon and whatever else I've just put in my mouth, I'm afraid my flavour palette's getting a little bit confused. It doesn't quite fit, but I like it. Are these flavours that people in Yorkshire really like, or is it literally just the company is there? I'd love to know like the history behind it. I need to look this up. Maybe that's a video for the future. If you're watching this, Joseph Dobson and Sons Limited, I'd love to have a chat with you over Zoom or something and give me a little Zoom tour of the factory. That would be interesting. Have you tried these before? And what did you make of them? Do let me know in the comments below. It just tastes like... It just tastes like red. It's like when you had those blue drinks. And you're like, what does it taste like? It just tastes like blue. Which camera am I doing? This one or this one? That's more fun than the actual food.